Good morning, everyone. We're here to present an in-depth look at denial of service or DoS attacks and how they're affecting cities like Toronto. I'm John, and I'm with Diane and Nicole to present this PowerPoint presentation. This presentation will cover how DoS attacks work, their impact on services and businesses, and what's being done to prevent them. We'll also share world examples from Toronto where this issue is becoming increasingly common. Our goal is to not only inform but also offer realistic solutions for defense. In our highly connected world, even a few minutes of system downtime can result in serious consequences, both financial and reputational. A DoS attack works by intentionally flooding a server or network with traffic until it can't operate. Toronto, being a growing tech hub, is not immune to these attacks. In fact, several local sectors have been affected.
What are DoS attacks? Think of a DoS attack like a traffic jam. Too many cars on the road make it impossible to reach your destination. Similarly, a server overwhelmed with traffic can deliver services to real users. These attacks can be volume-based, where a massive amount of data is sent to a server, or they can exploit weaknesses in protocols or software. Types of DoS attacks. There are four main types: volumetric attacks, protocol attacks, application layer attacks, and DDoS, which is distributed denial of service attacks, which use a network of infected devices to scale the attack. DDoS is one of the most dangerous forms because of how hard it is to detect and stop. DoS in Toronto. In recent years, Toronto has seen a surge in DoS incidents. One example was a coordinated attack on the city's public transit website. It left thousands of users unable to book tickets online for several hours. Financial institutions and government services have also been targets. Global trends. This isn't just a local problem. Globally, DoS and especially DDoS attacks are on the rise. Hackers are using botnets, networks of infected computers, to launch larger and more complex attacks. Canada has seen a 30% increase in such incidents, with Toronto experiencing some of the highest rates. Impacts of DoS attacks. The effects are serious. Beyond service outages, businesses lose money, customers lose trust, and sometimes sensitive data can be exposed if the attack is part of a larger breach. For public services, the distribution can even affect safety or emergency response. Toronto case studies. Two notable examples. First, financial service provider went offline for nearly half a day due to a protocol attack. Another one is the involvement of a government form portal crashing during a deadline, causing public frustration and delays in processing.
Statistical trends. Let's look at some data reports show that 40% of DoS attacks in Canada targeted financial and public sectors. Another 25% affected small and medium-sized businesses. These stats highlights the needs of targeted cybersecurity solutions, not just for large corporations, but also for smaller organizations. How to mitigate DoS attacks? So, how do we protect against these threats? First, web application firewall can filter out malicious traffic. Second, rate limiting ensures that no one user can overload a server. Companies are also using cloud-based protection services like Cloudflare and Akamai to absorb and reroute malicious traffic. And lastly, redundancy. Having backup systems can keep services running during an attack. Future direction. But technology alone isn't enough. As attacks become more advanced, we need AI-driven threat detection to spot unusual patterns before it's too late. Government and private sectors must collaborate more closely to share threat intelligence. There's also a growing push for mandatory breach report in Canada, which will improve national response strategies. To sum up, DoS attacks are not just IT problems. They are economic, social, and operational challenges. As Toronto grows digitally, we must watch that growth with smart cybersecurity. That means better tools, better awareness, and better coordination. We've complied all our resources from cybersecurity's publications, Canadian news outlets, and incident reports for further reading. Thank you and have a great day.